Hey, this is Terry from Smart Parts. Today we are going to be teaching you how to make best use of your metal hole punches. We've got pliers and helicopter punches, and I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to be successful with metal punching holes in your metal pieces. So we've got a couple different ways that we're going to do this. We've got some 24 gauge blanks, and we've got a helicopter punch that has two different sizes on here. The size, you may not be able to see that, but it's actually etched onto the pin here. This one is a 1.5 millimeter and a 2 millimeter hole size, which is kind of cool. This comes in different sizes. We have some regular hole punches that, if you can see the tips of these, they have different sizes here. These are made by Tool, and they're awesome, really good quality punches. But the pins are replaceable. It comes with a replacement set. You can see here it's very easy. It's just a couple of nuts and the pin that you can replace this if you were to wear it out, and your punches will last for years. Then we have these really neat long jaw punches. So it helps you get, sometimes if you have like a very long piece of metal, this jaw hits right there and it's just not long enough to get to where you want to punch the hole. But these long jaw punches get you a lot further in. So if you, this is a small enough piece, but if you had a large piece, you could get a little bit deeper into your hole punch. Plus the benefit of these is that you can adjust this screw pin right here. You just have a little tiny little Phillips screwdriver for eyeglasses or whatever will fit right in there. And you can adjust this so that when you punch down, it stops here and keeps your metal from hitting that area right there that's going to leave a mark on your metal. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you'll see that these are thin enough that when you punch, you can make a little dot with a Sharpie or whatever, but you just want to give it a firm punch. Okay? But when you do that, sometimes you'll see right there where it touches, I don't know if you can see that, where the metal comes up against that cylinder. If you're not careful and get it off carefully, you can actually leave a mark on your metal. So here, there's a little bit of a scrape mark on there. Now you put a jump ring on there and it probably won't matter one way or the other, but if you're dealing with precious metals like silver and gold and some of the more expensive things, you really don't want that mark on there. And that's what this piece does. If you can just screw this in a little tighter, then you make that screw longer and it's like a stopper. Okay, makes sense? So one thing that you do with these pliers that I see a lot of people, we get a lot of calls from people who break that pin off the first couple of times they're using it, and I think they're torquing it too much. So you just want to give it a good firm punch like that, okay? And then instead of like really ripping this thing off and breaking that little pin, you just want to kind of wiggle it gently and it will come off and the plug that was in there comes out, okay? Now if you're punching sterling silver or gold, by all means keep that plug, because you can add that up and you can turn that in, they can melt it down and give you a little bit of cash back. But if it's just copper and stuff, it's probably not worth saving. But it makes a nice neat little hole on either side, and then you can just add your jump ring wherever you want to. Okay? Same thing with these other kinds of pliers. These come in lots of different sizes, 1.8, 1.5, 1.25, just depends on the hole size that you want. But you just squeeze, give it a firm punch. You don't have to give it a whole lot of power, and just wiggle it off the pin gently, and you can get different sizes. So I'll put another size right next to it so you can see the difference. Okay, whatever hole size you like. So also, these screw down, it's just a different style, whatever your preference is, but these screw down helicopter punches kind of give you a lot of security and kind of help hold your metal in place. But they roll in and out really easily. I don't know if you can see the pin going in and out of there as you screw it down. Okay, so we're going to just put our metal piece in. It's a little bit harder to see where you want to punch with these, but some people prefer them. Okay, so I'm just going to screw this down until I get some tension that holds it in place. And then what you want to do is you want to screw it gently but firmly all the way through, and you'll feel it kind of pop. Okay, then you want to screw this all the way back out and it will automatically pull it off of your pin. So you're a lot less likely to break this pin in here by doing it with this screw down punch, okay? And it's got kind of a deep recessed area here, so it gives you a little more leeway to get a little deeper into your piece that you're punching a hole in, if that makes sense. You'll feel it release. Okay, so now one thing you may have noticed is that when I put this in here and I don't hold it with my left hand, it sort of spins around in the area, which, see, as this little piece spins. When it does that, it could very well scratch the back of your piece. And you don't really want that necessarily, because I don't know if you can see it, but it leaves like little scratch marks, and that may not be something, it may not matter for you, but it depends on what you're trying to do. So just kind of, if you'll hold it firmly like this, and then just screw it back out, they'll be a lot less likely to scrape and scratch the back side. Now, if you're using precious metals and you don't want any of those extraneous marks, you can take a business card or a piece of cardstock and actually punch a hole through the cardstock, lay it on here, and as you screw down, the cardstock protects the rest of the metal. So that really seems to help. But we keep getting people who are, if you break this pin or you wear this pin out, they're really easy to replace. We do sell the replacements. They come, based on the size that you're looking for. They're super easy. You just unscrew this piece and screw the new piece in, okay? And now you're ready to go. So it's a much more economical way to not have to replace the entire thing when you break one. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, Facebook us, email us, send us a smoke signal or a carrier pigeon, and we'll answer the questions the best you can. We're pretty much here answering the phones from 8 to 5 every day. So if you want to go old school and give us a call on the phone, please feel free to do that. So, okay, it's Terry signing off. Bye.